Alright, Netflix put out a new game. It's called Steel Magnolias. So we're gonna check it out. It just came out today. So I don't get copyright strikes, I'm gonna narrate. If you guys are interested in seeing any of these games here, let me know. Love is Blind, down here on the bottom, is the original Love is Blind game, which is a lot longer than the Winter's Kiss game. If you want to see me play Love is Blind, Winter's Kiss, dating other contestants besides Jay, let me know. Selling Sunset was fun, but I don't know if people want to watch that. My favorite game up here actually is Emily in Paris. Has the best clothes. I liked Perfect Couple. It's a good time. Alright, I wanted to play this sex education game, but I feel uncomfortable because it's like you're a high school student. And I just played like when it first released that first day. And I just feel like I'm too old to play that game. And I don't even think someone that age should be playing that game. Alright, here we go. Serenity, South Carolina. I swore I would never come back to this place. But people do crazy things when they have nowhere else to go. Oh, alright. So it always starts us with this name. I'm not gonna be Taylor Chanel's. But I'm sorry. No offense if that's your name, but I'll be my name. Hope that's okay. And we're gonna be a she, her. I like that. And if you watch my videos, you know I'm super white. We'll go with this dress. Alright, I'm satisfied with this character. You trudge up the path of your aunt's manor. When you were a child, this place was beautiful. It was more like a castle than a home. Now, that castle is turned into a haunted house. What on earth happened here? Footsteps crunch on dry leaves behind you. You whirl around to see. This is an important decision. Oh, this is where I could... this is like a romance game. There's a lot of romance, I think, in this game. This is based on the show on Netflix. I have not watched the show, to be honest, so I don't really know. But I know it's a romance game. So I want a Maya. No. Bring me this oh, look at those muffins. Nice hair. You see a gorgeous man holding something behind his back. Strong, dark features complement his handsome face. His clothes are stylish but rumpled in a way that gives him a carefree air. Holy! You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Next time I'll bring a marching band and a banner that says, "Here I am." As he throws his head back and laughs, you can't help but think he belongs on the cover of a magazine, not in a small town like Serenity. You're... sure. Relationships. The choices you make will affect your relationships in this story. You'll see icons for changes to relationships and romantic relationships. He seems a bit goofy, but I'm totally into it. I winked. So, what brings you over to my neck of the woods? I wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood. You're Melissa, right? Well, I could say yes. What's it to ya? How did you know? Well, it's not very difficult to guess. You're Caroline's spitting image. You can't help but tense at the mention of your aunt. Let me guess, the relationship's a bit strained? Strained is putting it lightly. That woman ruined my entire life. I need to shut up before I give this stranger my entire life story. I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, right. I'm Mateus Santiago. I live next door. You look over his shoulder to see a charming house next door, in much better shape than the manor is. He gives you a warm smile that lights up his eyes. I have a feeling that your presence is going to liven things up in our neighborhood. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have fun together. I prefer keeping to myself. I make no promises. I'm sure we'll have plenty of fun together. I like to wink, apparently. Oh, I'm sure we'll have plenty of fun together. Okay. Okay. He blushes and scratches the back of his neck. I guess I'm very flirty. It was nice meeting you, Melissa. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me. He turns and walks away. You finally get a glimpse at what he was holding behind his back. A basket filled to the brim, chocolate chip muffins. After a few steps, Mateus smacks himself on the forehead and jogs back to you. Right, muffins! Excuse me? I wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood with muffins. He presents you the basket with a dazzling smile. Take as many as you like. Hell, you could even take the basket. Should I take a muffin? I'm taking the whole basket. You know what? I'll take you up on that. Is that rude? You take the basket from him. Now I'll really leave you to it. See you around, Melissa. I have an excuse now to see him again if I want to return the basket. You turn back towards your aunt's manor. Well, here goes nothing. I actually think this is super cool, and I would love this. Someone leave me this, please. I would totally love this manor. I'll fix it up. God, this place is in awful shape. I suppose that's what happens when you leave a place and don't come back for 30 years. Things change. 30 years. Your stomach growls noisily, reminding you how hungry you are. You take a bite of Mateus's muffin. It's warm and perfectly fluffy, but not nearly enough to satisfy your hunger. I need tacos. Tacos! First, I need to find a real meal to eat. Then I can figure out whatever the hell it is I'm doing here. You slow to a stop as you approach a stop sign. You look both ways to see if you can turn right, and finally get your food. There's a car coming, but they're far away. Surely I can make it in time. You pull into the intersection and begin turning when... Bang! Oh my god. They were so far away. They must have been speeding. You unbuckle your seatbelt to exit your car, practically overwhelmed by your anger, fear. I'm hungry. So hungry. You know when you're hungry, that's like overrides all other emotions. Oh my god. You? This must be some cruel twist of fate. Not only are you in the city you swore you'd never return to again, but you're standing face to face with the one person you never thought you'd see again. This is an important decision. You can hardly believe your eyes as you look at him. Hello, nurse. There's some ways he's painfully familiar to you. The same handsome face, clean-cut sense of style, that upright posture you'd always tease him for. But his broad shoulders have filled out more than his ever-present smile has faded. Instead, there's a coldness to his brown eyes that you've never seen before. Nathaniel. Melissa, this is an important decision. Wow, I haven't seen him since we signed the divorce papers, I gave him back the engagement ring, or I broke up with him. In real life, I've never been married. I've gotten a ring or two. We'll just say I broke up with him. I haven't seen him since I broke up with him. I always thought that he would fight for me after the breakup. But it's the first time I've seen him since then. It's been a while, Melissa. I could say it's been too long or not long enough. I'll be nice. It's been too long. Nathaniel is surprised but happy. It has. It's been too long if you ask me. What are you doing in Serenity? No, scratch that. What are you doing in Serenity hitting my car? You're kidding, right? I clearly had the right of way. Maybe if you were following the speed limit. You were going 20 over, at the very least. Nathaniel snorts. You haven't changed a bit, have you? Clearly, you haven't changed a bit. I nearly forgot what an egotistical, image-obsessed... Have you eaten today? Look at the face he made. What? What? You always get snippy when you're hungry. Nathaniel, you remember that? I'm snippy because you just hit my car. Don't change the topic, Aliza. You remember that? For a moment, you soften. You remembered that? Of course I remembered that. Don't get sentimental, Melissa. But you didn't remember that I don't like having exes hit my car? You mean you hit my car? I'll take that apology now. You feel a flash of anger rise within you. You open your mouth to say something, anything. But an unfamiliar voice beats you to it. I'm sure your mother raised you better than this, Nathaniel. First you hit the woman's car, then you antagonize her. She was the one who had the stop signs, Dana Sue. Nathaniel turns to the woman standing beside Dana Sue. Helen, surely you understand who's in the wrong here. You know the law as well as I do, Nathaniel. Yes, this young woman should have waited at the stop sign for your car to pass. But you also wouldn't have hit her if you were following the speed limit. In this case, the law would say you are both at fault. But from where I'm standing, this is a person who is clearly new in town, dealing with a rude stranger, and her car took the majority of the damage. The least you could do is show some civility, Nathaniel. What should I do? Wait for Nathaniel's apology. Thank the woman for defending you. Explain that Nathaniel isn't a stranger. Actually, I'm not dealing with a rude stranger. I'm dealing with my ex-boyfriend. Oh, so there's a bit of history there. You could say that. Listen, I'm sorry, Helen and Dana sure are right. I shouldn't have carried myself that way. He gives you a sheepish smile. Netflix loves that word in these games, sheepish. I suppose we bring out the worst in each other. I think we used to bring out the best in each other, too. That's the one thing we can agree on. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. You remember the good in your relationship with Nathaniel. You feel something twist in your gut. Once upon a time, we used to bring out the best in each other, too. He smiles sadly. I'll never forget that fact. Truce? Heck yeah. He holds his hand out for you to shake. Why did we break up? I wish I knew a little more about why. Alright, shake his hand. Why would I step back? That's weird. You're starting anew with Nathaniel. You extend your hand to shake his. His grip is firm, self-assured. I like a person with a good, not too rough, but a self-assured handshake. Look, I was just heading into my office. I wonder if he's an earth sign. Why don't you come with me? We can catch up. He glances at the crowd of people that have gathered, without all these eyes on us. I'm enjoying this game so far. Maybe I'll watch the show. You look around Nathaniel's office. It's absolutely gorgeous. I see that being a lawyer has treated you well. He leans against the door frame, a small smile on his face. I can't complain. And what about you? I heard you've made a name for yourself in the photography world. Oh, cool, I'm a photographer. I like that. In real life, I'm very interested in photography. You laugh humorously. Haven't you heard? My entire career is over. What do you mean? You take a deep breath. I got sued. And you didn't hire me as a lawyer? You shoot him a scathing look, and he raises his arms in surrender. Sorry. Go on, I'm listening. I used to work for a travel magazine based in LA. I know, you used to take photographs and write articles about towns across America and the people living in them. You know? Have you been keeping tabs on me? Were you much of a fan? Don't keep interrupting. I'll say, were you keeping tabs on me? No, I'll say, were you a fan? Were you much of a fan? Careful, Melissa. Ask questions like that, and I might start to think you care what I think. Maybe that's because I do care what you think. Of my photography, that is. In that case, yes, you could call me a fan. I wonder if we broke up because of something like... Alright. Before photographing people, I always had them sign a consent form. But then I was sued by a person I included in an article because they said I never obtained the proper consent forms. I could swear that they signed the forms, but I looked everywhere for the forms, and I couldn't find them. So I panicked and ended up settling the case out of court. You didn't even try to fight the case? No, I just settled and left town. That is like me in real life, to be like, I'm not fighting this. I just don't have the energy. Like, I just settled and left town, which made me look wildly guilty. I can't imagine what they're saying. Whatever, screw them. I'm trying not to think about it. Whatever, screw them. But whatever, I don't care, screw them. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. Anyway, I came here to finally claim the family manor that my aunt gifted to me years ago. My plan was to lay low for a bit, then sell the manor and use that money to build a new life somewhere else. But the manor, it's in complete shambles, so that dream of selling it, gone. So now I'm stuck here with a decrepit house, a broken down car, and a mountain of legal papers I'll never understand. Well, I may be able to help you with one of those things. Really? Are you gifting me a car? That isn't necessary. That would be massive help. Next time you come into my office, bring the mountain of legal papers. Sorting out a gifted property can be a pain, but a good lawyer makes it much easier. I'll help you sort through them. I appreciate it. And Nathaniel, it was good seeing you again. I missed you. Don't get the wrong idea about us. It was good seeing you again. Nathaniel's happy to see you again. It was good to see you again. Likewise. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can... I need to know why we broke up before I go balls deep into that, but... I'm willing to give that a shot. Alright. All the love interests so far seem pretty good. On your way out of Nathaniel's law office, you're stopped in your tracks by the sight in front of you. What do you think you're doing? You can hardly believe your eyes as you see your car being towed by... This is an important decision. A sexy and fit blonde man. Oh, I love that they're giving me all these options here. A sexy and fit blonde man. You march right up to the man currently hooking your destroyed car to the back of a tow truck. He presses a button and the front of your car slowly lifts into the air. Are you stealing my car? Am I a dingbat? Obviously, he's a tow person. He turns to look at you, his jaw drops open in surprise. He recovers quickly. Then he leans against your car with a bemused look on his face. Hello. You should be distracted by the fact that this man is stealing your car, but it's impossible not to notice his rugged good looks. There's something about him that almost seems familiar, but there's no way you'd ever forget a man this striking. Melissa? He looks alright, like he knows me. Don't tell me you know my Aunt Caroline, too. He better not be my cousin. He looks taken aback by this. Of course I do. Do you not recognize me? Considering that I haven't been in Serenity since I was too young to have a worry about car thieves, no. I don't recognize you. Sorry? You are stealing my car. You attempt to swipe at the remote in his hands. He holds it out, far out of your reach. Settle down, will you? Settle down? I'll settle down once you settle my car down. You settle down first. Fine. You cross your arms across your chest, petulantly. Oh no, sorry if I mispronounced that. Listen, if I wanted to steal a car, I wouldn't take a near-totaled hunk of metal. Hey, that's my hunk of metal you're talking about, sir. I'm taking it back to my shop so I can fix it up. Oh, thank you. And who asked you to do that? Why? Take the stick out of your butt, lady. The police department, your car is currently blocking 2 lanes of traffic. You glance behind his shoulder to see that your car is, in fact, creating a major traffic jam. Well, who are you? Who are you anyway? I'm a mechanic. Now are you gonna let me help you or not? I never asked for your help. Why does everyone in Serenity keep insisting on butting in? His jaw sets in a hard line. Watch it. Ooh, Serenity is a good place with good people. You apologize. Why would I be? I would not be rude this way to this very handsome man, who obviously recognizes me. You take a deep breath and try to quell the irritation. He appreciates the apology. Sorry. No skin off my back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a car to work on. He heads to his tow truck when you realize something. Hey, what's your name? He looks taken aback by this question. Do I have amnesia? What's going on? I mean, how am I going to find you? I'm Ace. I'll find a way to reach you once your car is done. Okay. Thank you. Ace feels appreciated. The man nods. I do appreciate it. It's what I do. I like a man who can fix things. You watch as the man hops into his truck and tows away your car. You turn at the sound of a gentle voice coming from behind you. I heard you had quite the eventful first day. You see a pretty red-headed woman offering you a sympathetic smile. Well, eventful... Who are you? Sorry, do I know you? Who are you? I'm Maddie Townsend, and you must be Melissa. How does everyone in town know that? Gossip travels like wildfire in a town as small as this one. And you look exactly like my Aunt Caroline. You must get that all the time. I'm sure I sound like a broken record. I'm a bit surprised by it, actually. I don't look very much like my mom or dad, but I suppose I got all my Aunt Caroline's genes. Dana Sue and Helen told me what happened here. I wanted to stop by and make sure you were alright. Oh, that's sweet. Maddie was worried about me. That's sweet of you. Actually, very kind of you. Serenity can be overwhelming, even when you don't get into a car accident on your first day. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm the furthest thing from the type of person who belongs in Serenity. Do you think everyone you've met here is the same type of person? No, not at all. You'll see alright, good, I guess that was the right answer. No, I don't think you're all exactly the same. We don't all fit in the same mold, but we mesh. That's the important thing. I could stand around all day telling you how wonderful Serenity is, but I think I should show you instead. I thought I was from here. I know it's been 30 years, it said. So I appreciate I'm a grown-ass bitch in this game. Sullivan's? The best restaurant in town, owned by none other than our Dana Sue. What's your favorite food? Ugh, this is an important decision? Is it? Why is this important? I like all these things. Ugh, I hate when this is like, why is it important? My favorite food is anything with meat, seafood, vegetarian food. I mean, I like salads. But, I mean, I do eat meat. I say anything with meat. I'm a total carnivore. I can never turn anything down loaded with meat. I don't know. Does this affect, like, who I end up with as a person? I don't know. Alright. If you're craving meat, you've come to the right place. I mean, I like seafood sometimes, but I don't want to smell like fish. Maddie, good to see you. And you must be Melissa. Jeez, I'm Eric. How should I respond? Greet him warmly. Ask how he knows your name. Ask how quickly I'll greet him warmly. It's nice to meet you, Eric. Can we get 3 of the usual and something with meat for Melissa? How about the short ribs? Sounds great. That would be great. And can we get that all to go? You've got it. Thank you, Eric. Maddie pulls out a chair for you to sit and wait for your food. What are you doing after this? I might head back to the manor and pray that the dust bunnies don't hop into my dinner. She chuckles. In that case, it seems like you're free for me to steal you for dinner. I know the perfect place where we can eat. Dust-free. I don't know. I don't want to burden you. I'm not sure. I'm up for company. Yeah, what? That sounds great. Maddie's happy to spend time with me. Who wouldn't be? I'm very friendly. I'm a Pisces. You know what? Sounds like a plan. That's the spirit. We're both redheads. Eric comes out with 4 to-go bags. On the house. Oh, that is so nice of you. Don't you dare even try. She slides a nearly folded stack of bills across the table. Not only am I paying in full, but you're getting a hefty tip too. I'm that way too. Wow, this is to be expected. Kind of her. That's kind of her to do. You're an angel, Maddie. And Melissa, I hope you enjoy your time in Serenity. I just want to, if I could fix this house up, why would I leave? There's all these handsome men, muffins, short ribs. I know a lawyer. Come on, this place sounds great. Maddie drives you through town as the sun sets until the 2 of you stop outside of a gorgeous spa. Oh, what is this place? This? This is my dream. Oh, is this your joint? I'll admit that life hasn't been the easiest as of late. Life has thrown me a few curveballs, to say the least. This is an important decision. She takes a deep breath. Ask her about it. Reassure her. Say nothing. Reassure her. It's okay, Maddie. I'm here to listen. She smiles at you gratefully. But I just keep fighting. Even when it was hard to get out of bed in the morning, I keep fighting. And eventually, I started to appreciate the little things that make life worth fighting for. Now, I'm so grateful I didn't run away. You feel something twist in your gut. Oh, what would your life be like if you hadn't run away from Los Angeles? How did you find the motivation to keep fighting? That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, is this relating to me running away? Well, the Magnolias helped. The Magnolias? As if on cue, you see Dana Sue and Helen's cars pull up. Melissa, you're here. Is this like a women's group or something? Welcome to our spa, Melissa. That's what they call us, the Sweet Magnolias. And these are the women who showed me that even when nothing is okay, everything is okay. Huh? That's beautiful. What does that mean? I don't believe it. I'm going to say that's beautiful. I'm supportive of people being positive and, living their dreams. That's absolutely beautiful. Is Maddie getting sentimental in you? You know me too well. Maybe she might be a Cancer energy. I feel me and her, that's why we get along, me and Maddie. Thanks for picking up takeout, Maddie. But before we dig in, I think we deserve a little something to make this night extra special. Dana Sue pulls out a plastic pitcher, a flask, and a few cups. Are we making this into a margarita night? We absolutely are. It's the perfect way to celebrate the spa. She smiles warmly at you. And the perfect way to welcome our newcomer to town. What's a margarita night? Oh, stop it. Come on. Why, it's a Magnolia tradition. That's right. When life gets rough, it's how we come together and lend each other strength. Tequila brings us together. And when life is beautiful, we get together to celebrate each other's wins. And today, we're celebrating you. Dana Sue hands you a cup. Isn't that nice? How strong do you want it? Look at her face smile. I'll take it. Extra strong, please. You've got it. Thanks, Dana. Thanks, Dana Sue. Dana Sue pours the margaritas, then raises her cup in a toast. To new adventures and new friends. Amen to that. Pour it out. You happily sip your margarita. You settle down on the steps of the spa with the woman. You dig into your dinner, and let out a satisfied moan. This is absolutely amazing. Dana Sue is something of a magician in the kitchen. No magic involved, just discipline and a wonderful staff. Although that staff hasn't been so wonderful as of late. Problems in the kitchen? You can say that again. But I'm trying not to focus on the negative. Especially when we're about to open a gorgeous spa. Why a spa anyway? Honestly, because the town deserves it. I can't tell you how many parents, teachers, and friends I've met who put everyone else first. But sometimes people need to put themselves first. Lord knows how healing it is to take care of yourself and treat yourself to a nice spa day. Or work on your physical and mental health at one of our yoga classes. We think the people in Serenity need a place like this where they can take care of themselves and truly relax. Well, I think that is wonderful. That's a wonderful goal. That's wonderful. It's truly selfless. Thank you, Melissa. I should head back to Sullivan's and close up the kitchen. Well, thanks for taking time out of your day to do this for me, ladies. You guys are lovely. And I have a bit more paperwork to pour over. It was nice seeing you again, Melissa. You guys are... I wish this was real life. These people... This is lovely. Where is this... now I'm going to watch the show. Where is this a real place? Now you better not skip town before joining one of our margarita nights. We'll do it properly for you next time. Yes, definitely. That doesn't sound like my type of thing. Yes, definitely. Glad to hear it. Yeah, what do you mean? They're lovely. You watch Dana Sue and Helen get into their cars and drive away. Maddie smiles warmly at you. The moonlight highlights her hair perfectly. She looks like she's glowing. You reach for your camera before you can overthink. Can I take a picture of you? Me? Why, of course. How should I pose? You look perfect right there. You snap the photo of Maddie. Warmth surges through you, the way it always does when you know you've gotten the perfect shot. Aw, she's very sweet. You'll have to show me that photo later. Now come on, I'll take you home. When Maddie drops you off in front of the manor, you're surprised to see the lights on inside. You know what? When they scanned and showed those two, rooms with the lights on, I swear I thought to myself, did I leave those on? I don't remember turning lights on. Is this place haunted? Oh, okay. I could swear I didn't turn the lights on. Slowly you creep toward the house, careful not to make a sound. Who's there? Seriously. Don't mess for me. I'm not looking for trouble. I have a dog. I'm not looking for trouble. Someone steps out into the light. Seriously? I could have been planning to murder you. You gotta come in hotter than that. What are you doing here? Currently, trying to grab a snack. I mean, what are you doing in my house? You mean my house? Excusez-moi? He goes straight for the kitchen. I mean, this could be beautiful. I see the potential. You don't live here. You are a squatter. You really think this is your house? Honestly, I want to be like, you're a squatter. You don't live here. Funny, since I'm the one who has been here for months, and I've never seen your face before. Are you a squatter? Your mouth flops open. Let me guess, I assume you're Melissa? Who? How do you know that? You must be Caroline's niece. It's the only reason why I'm letting you stay. Excuse letting me stay? This is my house. Whatever you say. I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this correctly. I'm Arjun. Arjun? By the way, call me AJ. Thank you, because what a little smartass. Oh, AJ. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, but you can't stay here tonight. I'm not comfortable living. I'll just say nice to meet you. I'm gonna be friendly. Nice to meet you, I guess. Look at that. She hasn't forgotten her serenity manners. Okay, be that as it may. But he's already moving around the kitchen, deftly collecting bread, peanut butter, jelly, and a cutting board. All the while you notice the disconnected gas, the smashed oven door, the rust on the sink. This kitchen is pretty defunct. Excuse me, ma'am, you're standing in front of the my brain can say it, but my mouth is having trouble. The drawer with the forks and knives and spoons and such. If I could just, the colory. Why do you live here of all places? Don't you have parents? Sure I do. They live a few blocks away, but they're out of town and I'm much more comfortable here. He's lying. You're really comfortable being here all on your own? He's obviously lying. He doesn't have parents. AJ shrugs. There's something going on with this young man. I had a rough childhood myself, so I recognized this right away. I wasn't always alone up until a few months ago. Aunt Caroline was living here too. Go ahead and visit her in assisted living facility. She'll tell you this was my home too. Listen, kid, you can't just stay here. He appraises you. You aren't going to kick me out. I absolutely will. Then do it. Call the police. Or better yet, I'll call them. He pulls out his phone and begins to dial. Wait. Are you crazy? I'll call them first. You're acting like a kid. You're acting like such a kid right now? Maybe because I am one? You look exhausted. There's no chance you want to deal with the cops throwing a teenager out of your home. Fine. You can stay, just for tonight. Cool. AJ holds a sandwich out to you. He obviously doesn't have anywhere to go. Why would you stay here otherwise, right? Here, made you one too. A homemade meal. No one's made me food in, wow, years. He retreats down the hallway, already munching away. Night. You trudge towards Aunt Caroline's old bedroom. This place gives me Grey Garden vibes. Big time. Do you remember, and if you don't know what Grey Gardens is, go find that out, how dare you. You remember crawling into bed with her on hot summer nights, when the serenity storms would spook you. She would always kiss your forehead and hum a lullaby, until you could fall asleep. She used to be my favorite person in the world, before she ruined my entire life. And what did she do, man? You approach the bed with heavy steps and nearly trip on a loose floorboard. Is this? You drop to your knees. As a child, Aunt Caroline would always hide fun surprises for you to find under the floorboards. That's cool. You pry up the floorboard, half expecting to find a bag of candy. Instead, you find a letter from Aunt Caroline. How exciting. This is just like her. Oh, I thought that would be... I didn't know it was going to be, like, upsetting to say that. Ugh, this is just like her. My dear Melissa, I know that you must hate me after everything you think I've done. But there are things about that night I never told you. That night? Is she talking about that night? She has to be. You continue reading the rest of the letter with a fervor. There are secrets that our family has kept from you. And now it's time for you to discover the truth for yourself. All the answers you seek can be found in this very manner. Secrets. Answers in this manner? What could Caroline possibly mean? Oh, sorry. You lay down on your bed and squeeze your eyes shut. You fall into restless sleep, filled with visions of your Aunt Caroline, your parents, and all of Serenity's secrets. The next morning, you wake feeling groggy. Look at the exposed floorboard and Aunt Caroline's letter. I guess that part wasn't a dream. I mean, what could that letter possibly mean? You took the letter in your bag. I might as well get dressed and get some much-needed caffeine. I guess we'll change our hairdo. Oh, gave me another outfit. I'll wear that. Do straight hair. You step outside of the manor to find a gorgeous bouquet of flowers along with a note. What's this? Who's it from? You unfold the note and read the scrawling cursive inside. I mean, I flirted with all of them. Welcome to Serenity, Melissa. We hope you'll stick around and join us for the next margarita night. Oh, it was from the ladies. They are so sweet. Your new friends, the sweet Magnolias. You find the gesture touching. What do you mean? I think that's so nice. That's really so thoughtful of them. What do I want to do with these flowers? I'll display them. These flowers would be the perfect addition to the house. I know exactly where to put them. They're beautiful. You display the bouquet of flowers in the kitchen. Somehow the simple gesture already makes the musty place feel more like a home. Like more of a home. You walk into the coffee shop to see a teenage girl behind the counter and a well-put-together woman waiting for her order. The woman gives you a curious look. You're new in town, aren't you? That's obvious. That obvious I'm an outsider. In the best possible way. Oh, I can't tell you how nice it is to see an unfamiliar face. I'm Mary Vaughn Lewis. Melissa. It's nice to meet you, Melissa. Let me buy you a coffee as a welcome gift. But I have to apologize in advance. It'll probably taste downright repulsive. These kids have no idea how to make a good brew. She says this, casting a nasty look at the poor teenager behind the counter. The girl deflates. I cannot wait for the day God blesses Serenity with a Starbucks. Should I say something? Defend the barista. Change the topic. I'll defend the barista. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? I'm sure she makes it just fine. You turn back to the barista to place your order. Hi, could I get a latte, a mocha, and espresso? I just like regular coffee with cream and Sugar. Ugh. A latte. No offense if you like these things. I'll have an espresso. Please. Coming right up. Can I get a name for that order? Melissa. And you are? Sydney, but people call me Sid. Thanks so much, Sid. You sit at one of the large round tables. To your surprise, Mary Vaughn sits right beside you. So what brings you into town? I should give Mary Vaughn... What's the difference? I'll tell her. What am I hiding? I recently moved to Serenity. I have a property here. Or rather, I was gifted a property here from my Aunt Caroline. Caroline? You're Caroline's niece? Guilty as charged. You're the only one that didn't recognize me? Well, that's a shame. It is. Why? Well, I was really hoping you and I could be friends. You thought we could be friends? I'm sorry. We still can. You thought wrong. I'm sorry? We could be? What do you mean? I'm sorry, sweetheart, but everyone in town knows that your aunt's property is mine. What? But Caroline specifically gifted the manor to me. Oh, bless your heart. Let's be honest, it's not so much a gift as a burden. It'll be impossible for you to get that house up to code, especially since you'll have to go through the mayor's office, and the mayor just happens to be my husband. She shoots you a smile that's sugary sweet, but there's a devious glint in her eyes. Oh, this is my, I guess, the enemy in my story here. Mary Vaughn. Is that a threat? You don't scare me. Well, good for you. Well, good for you. That's good for you. It is, isn't it? Being married to the mayor of this town gives me certain powers. But I won't bore you with all those silly little details. Tell you what, let me make you an offer. I have plans for that property that will turn Serenity from a small town into a sensation. If you leave town right now and hand over the property to me, I'll pay you a few $100,000. A few $100 for a few $100? Am I reading that right for your troubles? A few $100. Oh, she's funny. A few $100. The manor is worth way more than that, even in its current state. That's a petty offer. But, what but? There's no but. For a moment I consider it. No, I don't. You could take the money and run, just like you always have. Like I always have. But then you think of Maddie's words about fighting. You think of the mess you left behind in Los Angeles. And all because you ran away. Think about the letter in your bag, promising answers to questions you never even knew you had. You feel determined, enraged, hopeful. I feel hopeful. You feel hopeful about what Serenity might offer to you. You square your shoulders and look Mary Vaughn dead in the eye. For once in my life, I'm not running away. No. What did you just say to me? I said no. Try and take the house. But if you do, I'm going to fight you every step of the way. I'm not going anywhere.